Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Kevin, what's good? So, you're going to excuse me. This was an unplanned live, but I did tell people at the last minute. So, I'm just going to let all my people on all my platforms know I'm live, okay? So they can join. I look kind of busted. Excuse me. Let me filter myself up just a bit, okay? But yeah, give me a moment. This thing will probably start going super live in about 8 minutes. So just rock out with me, okay? I'll be right back. Any questions you have, comments, this is a safe place. Put them in the comment section. But yeah, let me leave out. Okay, now I'm gonna just let a few. I'm gonna let my Instagram people know that I'm on. Let me let the school know that I'm on. Mm-mm. So the school is going to be live in 6 minutes. You and everybody else are on all my other platforms, which is great. No, not new post. I'm doing a live. There we go. Okay, welcome you guys. I'm just letting other people know I'm on. I'm not going to really pop off into another 5 minutes. So if you guys want to get something to drink, you can think of what questions you want to ask, but I'm just letting all my social platforms know that I'm on. And if you know anybody that wants to join, have them come in. Actually, the group I'm in, let me let them know I'm on too if they want to hop on. That group you found me on. Okay, so I'm on. Okay. All right. Now we'll be sharing my screen. Mm-hmm. All right, credit repair warrior. Uh, Let me post up. All right, I'm letting that group know. I'm not gonna wait. We got 3 more minutes, you guys. I got you. Just letting everybody know that I am on. There's a couple of things I need to talk about. Uh, no, don't join there. Join here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta go live on Instagram. That would make sense. Okay. Hold up. Mama's fucking up. All right, I'm down to one. I'm down to one person. That's crazy work. All right, hold on. I got y'all. Uh, um, 3 minutes. 2 minutes. Too many. All right, I'm letting everybody in the school community know I'm on. As soon as I can get this thing to work. My chat GPT has been bugging all day today. All right, here we go. Okay. Delete that. Okay. All right. Now, what's this? March 24th, 7 p.m. I'm live. Okay. Why aren't you? And why isn't this fucking posting? I'm trying to post up on Next Level. Bear with me, you guys. I got you. Don't you worry. I go through this all the time. 7. That's in 1 minute. Huh. Okay, it won't let me go live. It won't let me post it. Okay, on Next Level. All right, cool. Cool. All right, let me unpin this. All right, so we got 1 minute. Then I'm gonna start probably. I might give it a few more minutes. I might give it a few more minutes. How do I unpin? Pin and unpin. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm live. I can pin this. Okay, bet. All righty. All right, how many y'all? It's still you. It's still just me and you, Kevin. It's still you and I together as one. All right, so I got my social media platforms up. I need to post up. Hold on. Up. I didn't post in the group. Give me a second. Let me post in the group. And then there's one more group I got to post up in. And I'm not recording this. So anybody that's like, well, sorry, I missed it. I thought you said no. I told you 10 people. But that's something told me just make it live so people can wander in and out, ask their questions. Alrighty. Hold on. I gotta wait for it. My shit is mad slow. Let me delete some of these programs. That might help. Okay. Yeah, that's posted. No, they didn't post me. Why didn't they post me? Oh, they deleted the post. That's interesting. All right, I'm not even mad. All right, let me do one more thing and then I'll get right into it. What group is this? Free credit repair game. Credit warriors. This is why I like to schedule my shit because I hate dead air. I really do. All right, guys, I'm live. Cut. Okay. Hopefully they post that, child. I don't know. Okay, I'm here. That I don't know if that got posted. All right, cool. So Kevin is you and I guess you're still here. I'm live. I think I'm live everywhere else. I think I did that correctly. Yes, I'm live. So hey you guys. In case you don't know, this is Tamaya Robles. I'm your credit expert. I'm the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. I'm a Red Pie chapter president out here in Victorville, California. So today I'm doing a random live because a lot of people have been asking questions pertaining to their credit, and I realized that there's some people like I'm talking like everybody should know the stuff I already know, right? I thought this was basic information. I thought this was something everybody did know, but there's certain aspects of credit repair that people don't know. So I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. Any questions you have, just leave them in the comments. Keep your comments clean or I will block you. All right. All right, cool. So, first things first, Kevin, you and I talked. So, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to share my screen. Let me log in first. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to use my own credit report and I'm going to explain to you how to, and of course, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. I'm going to explain to you how to look for negative accounts on your credit report. This is something very simple, very basic, but you have to do this correctly. I think a lot of people, when they dispute, they're kind of like blindly doing it. So you can't do that. You can't blindly uh, report anything as a inaccurate bit of information. So let me share. So I'm gonna share now, mind you, don't freak out and be like, "Hey, you're supposed to be the credit lady. How come your credit is the way it is?" I say it all the time in my podcast. Be sure to follow my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. I stay testing things and messing with my credit intentionally. I only fix my credit when I want to get something. So now that I need to get something, well, I don't need to. I want to. I think I finally decided to cross over and get business credit. So I'm now disputing things, and I want some checks. I want I want checks. So everything you see here, these are the negatives on my credit report. This is pretty good. This is good. These two are bad. I'm actually suing Navy Federal in federal court. I have already started the lawsuit with Chase. So that's pretty exciting. I think I'm suing them for about 10,000. Capital One just got on there, so I think I'm gonna sue them in federal court because they don't have an arbitration agreement. And I forgot what I was doing with this. I think I have to. I guess I'll sue both because they're both Capital Ones. So this is, yeah, I'm suing them. I'm suing them, people. But anyway, let me give you an example. So Kev, I know that your situation, without explaining your situation, but overall, your main situation, you need to know how to um what to dispute, what to look for, right? All right. So what I like to do is I like to go and let me blow this up a little bit. It's a little small. Find the negative account. So in this situation, I'll dispute Capital One. I'll dispute this one, right? Okay, so you want to look for anything that is inaccurate or violates your rights under the FCRA if it is an original creditor. If it's a collection agency, you have to look for the same thing, but it's going to fall under the FDCPA, not the not the FCRA, two different agencies. Okay, so right now we're focusing on the original creditor. This is the person that has the debt, the first originator of the debt, if that makes sense. So I like to go from top to bottom and I like to look at it with a fine tooth comb. This is a credit card that I had. I missed a lot of payments and I intentionally wanted it to be charged off. I'm not satisfied with this. I wanted it to have a charge off status, which hopefully it will be on there soon. I'm not going to dispute it until I see charge off. Um, so it's every month they don't charge it off is going to drop my credit score, but I have the time. I have the time, okay? But we're going to start from the top to the bottom. First of all, you want to make sure that, and it may sound corny, it may sound petty, but the credit reporting agencies are petty and corny too. Make sure that the name is correct, okay? If this is Capital One, Capital One debt. You know it's a Capital One debt. I know it's a Capital One debt. It should reflect on your credit report as a Capital One debt. If this is blank for whatever reason, if this is not the right name of the company, it doesn't matter if it's on your credit report. It doesn't make it right. Okay, so dispute that. The account number. Many of us don't know what the account number is already. So if you have your account and you know the account number, check and make sure that the account number is reporting correctly. It might not be reporting correctly. Okay. If it's not reporting correctly, that's a violation. I don't care if they're off by 1 digit, that's a violation. Okay. So there's that. Not quite worried about this right now. I want to focus on this information up and down the page. So the address has to be on there. Can't not have an address because this is your credit report. In case the consumer ever decides they want to dispute, then they need the correct information to properly dispute. All right. Phone number. I don't think that's a big deal. Now, this is a big deal. Date open. So the date the account was open, they're reporting it as November 20th, 2018. Now, if you scroll down, you should see the payment history, right? This is the entire payment history. They're supposed to show the entire payment history. So this is if this is 3 years old, 5 years old, 10 years old, and they're saying that the payment history or the date it was open was in 2018, it should reflect here. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't reflect there. So I can't confirm or deny if this information is accurate. And I don't trust these people. Never trust the credit reporting agencies. So therefore, that is something that you want to dispute. Okay, so again, I told you guys on numerous occasions, it's not a real dispute if you're not disputing the completeness and the accuracy of the credit report. The completeness and accuracy. If you're not disputing the completeness and accuracy, no one looks at this credit report or your dispute as a real dispute. That's just plain and simple. Okay. Now you can say what you want. You can sit here and say, well, I did this letter and I said they violated. It doesn't matter what you said. If you did not put, I am disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history, your dispute is invalid. So let's say a whole account was disputed and it came back verified. This is when we're picking apart the pieces. Okay. This is when we're picking apart the pieces. You're seeing the things that are wrong. You want to make your dispute. You want to wait 3 to 4 weeks. Sometimes the results come back sooner. And then if it comes back verified, this is what you're looking for. So this is a violation. Why is this a violation? Because the date that they're reporting does not show here. It doesn't go past anything before April 2019. So you would put that in your, now you want to start the litigation process, but you want to make that point. Okay, so there's that. Responsibility, individual account, that means this belongs to the individual. They're not a co-signer or something of that nature. Okay, this is the account type. That's not really relevant. Loan type. This is a credit card. Now you want to make sure it's correct. The reason why this is important to a certain degree, you might be like, oh, this is no big deal. It is a big deal. For example, I have a repo. I can show you in a minute, but I have a repo and I'm suing Navy Federal in federal court for a major violation. I know the car is a repo. They know the car is a repo, but they're not reporting it as the loan type I think they're not reporting it as a repo. I think they have it. Maybe it belongs here. We'll see. We'll see, because it might be an extra line, but it has to be whatever the loan type was. So if it's a credit card, you have to say credit card. If it was an auto loan, it has to say auto loan. It can't say anything else other than what the loan is. It can't be generalized. Sometimes they'll say other furniture. Other furniture is not a loan type. Okay. So if you see something stupid like that, thank you. Thank you. Be sure to like, share, follow, all the things. I appreciate you. But if you see anything other than that, that is a violation. Okay. Please understand. Don't look at this as, oh, this is no big deal. Every single thing on your credit report is on here for a reason, and it has to follow the law. So don't drink the Kool-Aid and be like, well, I guess it's right because they put it on there. No, guess that each and everything is wrong. And you want to challenge every single thing. Okay. Every single thing. Now, this says this was updated February 18, 2026. Okay. So what is this? We're in March. They might have updated it in last month. I wouldn't put it past them. Okay. The last payment made was, this is a biggie because they get it wrong 90% of the time. The last payment made September 15th, 2025, right? So check out their payment history because again, you're disputing the completeness, the accuracy, right, of the payment history. That's what makes it a real dispute. Any other thing is not a real dispute, but they said the last payment I made was September 2025. Let's see if they got that right. All right. So September 2025. Nope. My last payment made was October 2025. October 2025. Okay. So don't give them grace. Don't give them grace and be like, oh, well, they probably just, no, they did this intentionally, right? They just updated this, right? They updated this recently. They updated recently. So it's not your job. You don't work for the credit reporting agencies. So it's not your job to bring it to their attention and say, oh, you probably meant this. No. It's not your job to forgive them. They didn't forgive you. I mean, look at your fucked up credit score. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kevin, they did look at your fucked up credit score. You don't give them grace just like they didn't give you grace. It's not petty. You're trying to get your credit fixed. You're trying to get things, right? Okay, cool. So another thing, we'll get into these little codings. These little codings. They always do that. They always ask me, like, are you still here? Yeah, I'm still here. I'm fucking clicking on it. No worries. We'll get right back to it. So yeah, these little codes. Where did it go? All right, there we go. These little codes, they mean something. So once you really, really start getting into your disputing game, was that the one we were disputing? Yeah. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did my mispayments go? You're going to know that these codes are also pretty important. They can't violate. Okay. So far we have two major violations. We have the date open, can't confirm or deny because they didn't show us, and the payment history, right? Then we have the last payment made is wrong. And that's huge because we need to know when that 7-year clock starts, right? So if they're saying it doesn't matter if they're a month behind, a month early, it doesn't matter. It has to be accurate. You're disputing the completeness and the accuracy. Okay. Boom. You already have an actual dispute going. Now, the pay status, we could dig into this. Now, mind you, I told you I wanted this account to be charged off. I'm not disputing anything until I see this charged off. Now, I can dispute this because I already got two major violations. I already got it. Okay. But I want 4, if not 5. I want as many violations. I like to stack my violation, my FCR violations, because why you don't swat at a fly, you guys, you destroy the fly. When you don't just, this fly is in my way, you don't do that. Where's the fly swatter? Where's the poison? We're going to destroy it, right? I want to destroy this claim because I'm taking Capital One to federal court, just like I did maybe federal. Okay. So there's that. If you have questions, if I'm freaking y'all out, like, what is this chick talking about? Put it in the comments, okay? I got you. I will answer all your questions. All right, cool. Boom. All right, so now this says 120 days past due. Let's see if they did the math wrong, right or wrong. Okay, so they said I'm 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late, 120. Usually after 120, then they'll mark it off as charged off. So they have this updated February 2026. So this month is wrapping up. So by the time this credit report updates, I should expect to see March 2026, this in black Okay. And it should say C/0. If you look here, these are the codes. I'm expecting this charged off by account provider. That's what I'm expecting. Okay. Now, if I don't see that, if I see another 120, 120, 60, nope. Again, that's violating my rights because I'm disputing the what? The completeness and the accuracy, right, of the payment history. That is a problem. Now, another thing here is you want to pay attention to, I don't see any verbiage here, which we'll get into this in a second. There should be remarks or a section either here or depending on what credit report you're looking at, it might be under the payment history. It has to say consumer disputes, right? It has to say that. If it doesn't say that you disputed the account, that is a fucking major catastrophic, okay, violation against the creditor. So let's say you're looking at your credit report and you're like, I don't see any of this. I don't see this. I don't see this. But you know for a fact you disputed it the right way. Keep in mind, if you're not saying I'm disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history, you did not do a real dispute. I don't care if you got deletions before in the past. I don't care if you wiped your credit clean, wipe your client's credit. That does not mean jack shit nowadays. Okay. If you're not saying I'm disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history, you did not file a dispute. So if you did do that, you did file dispute and there is no verbiage stating or coding even stating that you disputed it, that's a huge violation. Okay. Huge violation. I'm going to give you another one so you can see exactly what it looks like. Now, I want to share with you guys because this is really fucked up and this is why I'm taking these people to court. Navy Federal Credit Union. We already got an open case. They've been served. You know what I mean? They actually, I made a mistake on how I served them, so I'm reserving them. It's all good. It's nothing major. It's not destroying the cases. It'll actually trigger them to respond back to me, but I'm suing them in federal court because they totally messed all of this up. So just to be totally transparent, because I remember why I had so many Navy Federals around at the same time. So I had a Navy Federal $25,000 Navy Federal credit card, I had 15,000, 7,000. These are the two credit cards, right? Right here. And for whatever reason, I maxed them out, just being irresponsible, just like everybody else. No judgment. It's a judgment-free zone. I got a car. I was doing Turo at the time. And no, at this time I wasn't doing Turo. This is something different. This was a paid car. This was closed. This is good. There's nothing wrong with this one. But this one, when I came to California, the day that I closed on my house, I walked across the street and bought a car, and I got a check from Navy Federal and I got a car. Okay. So I know this car is a repo because I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't been following me already, quick story. Oh, okay. You got a quick question. Hold on. That's what you said was a problem with my yes. That's the problem with your credit report. Yes. Mm-hmm. Even if you make a settlement payment on the account, even if you good question, Kevin. Even if you do make a settlement, if you have a settlement agreement, right? They still have to report the history of it. You understand what I'm saying? So like there should be a code somewhere. Let's look at the codes real quick before I go into my story. So your payment history, let's pretend this is your account, right? So we go into the payment history and you see these OKs and 30s. These are actually like codes. And then you have, they're abbreviations for the codes. This means charge off. This means you're 30 days late, whatever. But then as you see AID, PRL, you're like, I don't know what that means. You just click here. So these things have to be accurate. So you need to see, they have one that shows if you disputed it or not. Which one is that? I'm not good with that. I think it's DR or consumer disputes, something of that nature. Oh, disputed resolves. Consumer disagrees, closed by consumer. That means you, account closed by consumer. That means you, the consumer, close out the account. But they have to show that it was disputed. Okay. That's why. So when I was asking to take a look at your credit report and screenshots, that was my fault because a lot of people don't know I need to look at all of this, right? I'm looking at this and I'm comparing what they're saying up here to what they're saying down here. So sorry about that. But yeah, that's what happened with yours. That's what happened with yours. So even if they make a settlement, you need the coding to be accurate. So let's see if there's a settlement coding because I don't know all these codes by heart, but there should be, let's say you settled, because I don't settle shit with anyone. So let's see. Let's say you settled, I don't know, in 2024. Like it's supposed to be a code. Let's see if there's a code for settlement. It might say closed and settled. You can eat upstairs, baby. Let's see something for settlement. I'm just gonna try to wing it because it's in alphabetical. Settled. There you go. There you go. You should see that on your credit report in the payment history. Okay, settled less than the full balance. That's not a good thing. That's why I keep telling y'all stop making agreements. If they're not going to do a pay to delete, then it's worthless. It's absolutely worthless. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, please. So yeah, that's why it's important. So you gotta have settlement. If it's settled and you know it's settled, I know it's settled. Okay, cool. Now let's say they marked it as settled, right? And then everything else after that, it should either have the code settled or this should be zeroed out, whatever the case may be. But these codes are important because those are violations. These are grounds to sue. These are truly grounds to actually file a dispute. Okay. It keeps asking me, am I in? Yeah, I'm fucking in. So there's that now. So as this is logging in, just give you a quick background on the Navy Federal. So I have 2 credit cards and I have a repo. So what happened with the repo is when I came out to California, I did wind up purchasing a car. I didn't have the car for, thank you. I didn't have the car for more than 6 months, but the car broke down. I forgot to do an oil change. So I was like in Redlands, California, which is about 45 minutes north of my house. What happened was, I guess I ran out of oil. It was hot. You know how the heat is out here. I really cannot stand the heat out here. I can't do it. But what happened was the car broke down, called AAA, boom, AAA comes, takes the car. Remember, the car dealership is about walking distance from my house. So I'm not too far from my house, right? It's like you could walk there. Yeah, you can walk there. It's like 5-minute walk. But they have a little mini auto mall car dealership thing. So you can, get a bunch of cars. So he drove me there and then we got into this argument and he was like, fuck it, I'll drive off with your car. He doesn't realize I'm a credit person. Okay. I'm a credit person. I do not care if you drive off with my car. Don't threaten me with a good time because I knew that my car would have been eventually deemed as a repo. I already had a 700 plus credit score, and I know repos take about 60 to 90 days to report on my credit report. So if this AAA towing dude decided to steal my car, so be it. What I was going to do was let him. I wasn't going to fight it, right? And I was just going to get another car, which I did. I got another car in 2 days. So the problem with this credit report is I know that this car is repo. So what should happen? This ain't it. Hold on. Is this it? Okay. There's a lot wrong with this credit report, just so you know. Okay. So what happened was this is an auto loan. Okay. They updated it recently. I did dispute it. I disputed the hell out of it. This is why we're going to court. Do you notice they didn't leave a mark on the report saying consumer disputes, right? So that's a major violation. I ain't even mad because we're already going to federal court. I want my coins. Okay. But let's check these codes out. PRL, DRC. I'll zoom in. I don't know if y'all can see it too good, but these are codes that are on your credit report that your average consumer overlooks. So you don't think anything of it, but let's see what PRL, profit and loss. So they wrote this off as a profit and loss. DRC, that's when I disputed it, right? Now it's a profit or loss again. Okay, AID. I don't know what the fuck AID is. Let's look up what AID is. AID. Well, did that say AID? I don't know. I don't even know what AID is. Oh, right here. Account information disputed by consumer. Okay, so if you know it's disputed and you're putting it down that I disputed, why doesn't it say it was disputed? I disputed in January, December, November. There's zero code and zero comment. You can get them big time on any credit report, any that you're disputing. If they do not put that the consumer disputes, that is a violation, a major violation that goes against your rights under the FCRA, period. Okay, real quick. What you saying, Kev? I had so much trouble trying to find inaccuracies and removing the account completely. I thought that would be the next best thing. Yeah, it's never too late. No, it's never too late. Do you think it's too late to remove it completely after doing the settlement? No, because they have to. Did they report this? That's why I needed to see your credit report, because I wanted to see how they were reporting on the payment history. You understand? Like just what I showed you. Did they mark it as disputed? Now, don't get mad if you didn't dispute the completeness and the accuracy. Then anything outside of that is not considered a dispute. So if you look at your credit report and you see that they didn't mark it as disputed, redo it the right way. Now you know. And then wait for them to respond, update the credit report, and see if they mark it as dispute. No, it's never too late. This credit report, you have every right to dispute. The problem is if you keep disputing the same way over and over again, that's when it becomes a problem. Okay, so you don't want them problems. So you're not going to dispute the same way. Now you know, you're learning, right? Okay, cool beans. So the next thing that was wrong with my credit report, because there's so many things, right? They did not mark it as disputed, but they also didn't mark it as repossessed. And that, when I tell you this is a major violation under the UCC Article 9 code, please look it up. Please look it up. UCC Article 9. It's about repos. So what I did was I knew that this was a repo, but they have this as charged off. That's a violation. This car was repo. So anyway, back to the story. I'm arguing with the dude. My car is still on the back of the tow truck. Okay. And I'm arguing with Bull back and forth. He was like, I'll leave with your car. I'm like, I don't care. He drives off with my car. I don't have a car. I get a ride home, file a police report. So, hey, my car was stolen, right? It's stolen. So I had a police report, did all the things. I told Navy Federal. Navy Federal said they did not care. They wanted me to still come up off that bread. I wasn't paying for something I didn't have. That was just me. I know I had an agreement. I don't care. I'm a credit person. I know I could get it off. I wasn't worried about it. So I said, no, kiss my ass. You can have the car. I didn't say that. Like I didn't verbalize it. They just said, we don't care. Your car was stolen. You still owe us a payment for the next 10 years. I said, say less. The next day I got another car. 2 days later, I got another car. The car I drive now. Okay. Now, so what happened was over time, Navy Federal did the whole process. Hey, you need to pay this, or we're going to mark it as repo, blah, blah, blah. But then all of a sudden I didn't hear from them. And then, you know, as far as I'm concerned, no news is good news until now. So now that I'm suing banks and I'm suing these creditors and I'm suing anything that is harmful to me and my credit, now we have a problem. I don't have a problem. They have a problem. Because if you look here, there's no indication that my car was repossessed. Mind you, I have the VIN number. The car dealership is right down the street. right? So I sent out the UCC Article 9 letter as I was in the middle of disputing. Basically, every state has to follow, when it comes to repo, they have to follow everything in that UCC Article 9. If it's not followed, that's a major violation. You can sue, you can get a percentage of the debt, all of the things, right? Cool. But mind you, this car was stolen 2023? It was stolen January 2023. So let's go to January 2023. January 2023. Okay, they said a payment was made and then it was made again in February. That's a lie. I have proof because I called them. My car was stolen in January. I don't know who they are saying paid for it in February, but now you're seeing all the missed payments. And if you notice with the payments that even the missed payments aren't properly reported. You can't be 120 days late both times. You mean 150 days late. So that's a violation. Again, you guys, you have to dispute the completeness and accuracy of the payment history. If you're not disputing the payment completeness and accuracy, you're not doing a real dispute. If you're sending dispute letters talking about, hey, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, these credit bureaus, they're not a credit bureau. Reports are going to be, your credit disputes are going to be denied because everybody knows you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, so when you're writing these letters, and we can get into letters in a minute, okay, I'll show you how to properly write a letter. But when you're getting into these letters, it has to make sense. If you're showing your ignorance, your disputes are going to be ignored. I'm not showing my ignorance here. I'm telling you, I disputed it. They know I disputed it. They reported it that I disputed it, right? Right here. They said I disputed this almost every month, by the way. So they're missing some dates. That's a violation. If you have proof that you've been disputing every single month and they're not coding it that you've been disputing it every month, that's a violation. Okay? You want to nitpick at these violations, y'all. Don't just roll over, oh yeah, some inaccuracies. Yeah, that's going to happen. You want to get some inaccuracies. And is any of it hurting your rights? You don't know because you're not properly disputed. This is a repo. It's missing. It's not charged off. This is a repo. So I filed a CFPB complaint. Some of y'all, we could look at my CFPB complaint real quick. Some of you guys are filing CFPB complaints and don't know what the fuck you're talking about or how to properly dispute or file or use the right words in your CFPB complaint. So when the CFPB blows you off and they transfer you to this department, that department, it's because you weren't using the right words or you don't know how to go around them. You don't know how to stop them from putting your shit somewhere else, right? So this is my Navy Federal. I did this on purpose. I want to create a paper trail and I need it to look like I'm trying my best to work with these people. So what I did was I gave them a copy of my UCC Article 9 repo letter. And I said, hey, they didn't respond. Because when you send a UCC Article 9 letter and you have a repo and they don't respond in 14 days, that's a violation. That's a violation. So I'm saying January 15, 2026, I sent this. They didn't say shit. Now it's the next month. I'm reaching out to y'all, right? Time has gone by. Finally, they decided to respond the next month. What? Yesterday, only to tell me that they got my information. I owe them money and that this car was never repossessed. Navy Federal did not repossess the vehicle and has no proceeds regarding this matter. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So you need this in your lawsuit. You need this, even if you don't sue and you're disputing, you need this. I need them to tell me that I'm lying about my car. I need Navy Federal to tell me to my face, even though I was physically there when my car was stolen and I was there for the whole repossession process. I need the CFPB to tell me what Navy Federal said about me. Oh, your car wasn't repo. Word, because the VIN number shows that the car was just sold a couple months ago to the third owner. I was the second owner. That's a repo. Okay. So another thing, another violation, it keeps kicking me out. So I'm trying to help you out, Kevin. Everybody else that's going in and out listening, when you are disputing, okay, you want to look for every single thing wrong on the account, everything, not stuff you think is okay and no, everything. If it makes your ass itch, dispute it. Okay. If it makes your butt cheeks itch, it's wrong, dispute it. Okay. All right. Now, so here's another thing. The original debt, which I have a check for, they showed me in the CFPB complaint. They gave me the check with the VIN number. They gave me a check for $27,000. They sold the debt. Is this the right one? Sorry, I think I'm gonna. Oh yeah, this is the right one. Right. So where is the? How is it that they're saying I owe again? Do you see that? Look at this. Hold on. Watch this, Linda. Watch this. So all this time, perfect payment, missed payments, because this is around the time of the repo, right? Boom. Now it's charged off. Okay, we're keep going, still charged off. Nothing. There's no information all these years. Now we're going into the end of 2025, and now they're putting the $27,000 back on me. Now, when I ran the VIN number, come to find out, this was the same time the car was resold to the third owner. I have proof of that. I have proof of that. Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing real quick. If you have any questions, let me know. Put it up. Okay. So, okay. I answered everything. I think I did. I think I answered. Now, Kevin, if you want to privately message me and have me look at your credit report, let me know. I can post it up here. Totally up to you. I'm gonna show you guys how to write letters, and I'm gonna wrap this up again. I'm sorry, you guys. This was an unexpected live, but it was a necessary live. I will be sure to join Next Level Credit Academy right here. The link is in the description if you want to learn more. So I'm going to show y'all real quick how to do letters, but I'm actually going to create a course because you don't need to do dispute letters, you guys. You don't need to do it. Would you need my account? I just need the login to your account. So I'll need your email and the password. You can change your password later. And I don't have to show your personal information. I could just put the account on the screen and just go verbatim, or, like I just did on my own. Okay. And you have my Facebook, so if you want, you can just message me because I'm looking at my Facebook Messenger now. All right, so yeah, you could do that. I don't know why this guy is messaging me. I meant to block him. Anyway, I'll block him later. But yeah, just do that and I'll post it up. Now, let me show y'all about the letters while you do that. I'm going to show you guys the letters, just your email address and your password, and it's case sensitive. Okay. I'm going to pull this up for a second. I wasn't prepared. Bear with me because I am going to do another course. Go to Next Level Credit. Courses, there's only one paid course for you guys, and for those that credit report, people want to get permanent deletions, debt waivers, where basically your debt is forgiven. You know how you guys always say, yeah, I want you to fix my credit, but is it going to come back? Not the way I dispute it. No, it's never going to come back because you're doing a permanent deletion. That means the deletion is on your credit report, all CRAs, all credit reporting agencies, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, like all of them, right? And then, okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull up these letters. I haven't done a letter in so long. It's not even funny, y'all. It's not even funny. And then you want to get settlement checks, right? You want to get settlement checks. So if you want to join that one, you can. Oh, litigation reasons. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up. I have so many letters. I actually have a letter vault. So if you guys want my letters, go to Next Level Credit Academy and I have a letter vault. I forgot which platform. We're going to look in just a minute. But hold on, let me look. Okay, so this is a dispute letter I used to use all the time. Let me share this with y'all. Welcome, welcome. Let me see if I can find my username and password. Yeah. Yep. You could do a quick password reset. Let me take this off. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to show you how to do a letter real quick, because I think some of y'all are struggling with the letters, and I know you want to learn how to dispute and the sue and everything like that. You do not have to do dispute after dispute after dispute. You don't have to do that. You don't even have to do a letter. But for some of y'all that are having trouble transitioning from doing dispute letters to the new way of disputing, this should help you. So let me share real quick. All right. So this is a dispute letter. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Let me see what y'all see. Let me know if you can see the letter or not. Yeah, it looks like you can see the letter. Okay. This is an old back in the day when I used to do letters. Okay. I don't do letters anymore. Yes, sir, Kevin. Listen, you don't have to give it to me at all, sweetie. It's not showing me anything aside from your address. I'm not going to look for you. I'm not going to have people come after you. I'm only looking at your credit, okay? And we're sharing the information. You don't have to do it. There's no pressure. But I'm saying if you wanted me to, other than that, off the clock, people pay me to look at it, okay? So it's up to you, but no pressure. But anyway, you guys, this is a credit report. A credit dispute letter that I used to use. Now, every once in a blue, I might still do a dispute letter. It doesn't look like this, but again, this is to help y'all properly dispute. Okay. So it looks like this. So what I would do is I would put certified mail here. You want to send when you're dealing with, at first I was against it back in the day. If you followed me, I was like, I'm not sending anything certified mail. Bump that, right? They know they got it. They know they, but now that I dispute this way, right? You want to put your certified mail number here. Now that I dispute this way, it's actually pretty critical because you don't want the creditor to act like they never got the information. Okay, I never got the letter. I don't know what you're talking about. And you can't prove that. You can't confirm or deny because you didn't track it. That's it. If it wasn't for that, I would tell y'all don't be paying for that certified mail bullshit. Okay. Sorry. I'm not sorry. So then you have the date, you got to date it. Then you want to you have to put, okay? You have to put the first and last name. You have to put an address. Now, a lot of people don't realize, I'm going to blow this up a little bit. A lot of people don't realize you actually do not need, it doesn't need to be current. You just have to have the same address where they're going to respond to. So I have some clients that'll be like, yeah, I still live at my sister's house. This isn't my real address, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. That's no big deal. As long as you can get the mail, it doesn't matter. Okay. So put an address, put a full name, put a full physical address. This cannot be a P.O. box. It has to be, you sent it to me. All right, cool. Let me do this letter thing real quick, and then I'll take apart your credit report and I'll show you where the problem is. Okay. Oh, and can you text me the name of the company? You probably did already, just so I can go straight to it. And then when I post it on the screen, we're only showing that. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. So there's that. Now the social security number, people, the social security, you do not need at all to put your full social security number. The government always has and always will have your full social security number. No need to do that. Just give the last four. Your date of birth. This is actually my date of birth. Capricorn all day. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you. So right here, you want to put a date of birth. So pretend that your dispute letter is you walking into the CRAs, which are the credit reporting agencies. Like you're walking up in there and you're saying, hey, I'm asking about personal information. Like when you go to the bank, they're going to want your personal information, your name, blah, blah, blah. It's no different. Okay. I didn't realize I had to share this so much with people. I thought like it was kind of like common sense. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. My bad. I'm not saying y'all don't. I thought it was obvious. Let me not say common sense. I thought it was obvious. Okay. Now, once you do that, you want to address it to Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, whomever. I will say this though, just to save $1, because sending out these letters certified mail costs some bread, right? So if you want, this is just for my people that are still writing letters, still mailing shit out. I don't do that, but if you still want to do it, I would put to Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, everybody, every CRN credit report, CRA that you're disputing with, I will put it here just so you're not rewriting letters over and over again. You just copy, especially if the data is on all of them. Okay. If not, Jimmy, you're like, no, I don't like how that looks aesthetically. That's your business. I would put not just any Equifax address. I would use, and this is how I got deletions really fast before I started disputing this way now. There's like multiple Equifax locations. I would send them to each and every one. Fuck it. If there's 4, I think there's 3 TransUnion locations. I mailed it to all 3. Okay. So I would do that. To whom it may concern, blah, 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 yakety yak, smackety smack. Now, this is a super basic, super generic, okay, dispute letter. Now, what I recommend you do, this is a template, okay? Now, people's templates are different. First thing I like to address is exactly how a credit report reads. When you're looking at let me blow myself up just a little bit so we're absolutely clear. Okay. Let me see. What did you say? Your case to Navy Federal shows on Google. Does it? Stop playing with me. Shut up, Kevin. Does it really? That's hot because it's public information. I can show you right now. Ew, go me. Yeah, the case is right here. I'm definitely not playing. Matter of fact, don't tell me, Kev. Let me see. The case number. Wait a minute, I just have it. Is the case number on Google, since you can Google my case number, is the case number EDCV26-00903. Yo, you don't have to send it to me. It's public information. I don't give a fuck. This is my case against Navy Federal. Shit. Y'all can't even see it. Yeah, so look at it. Yo, mama, I made it. Mama, I made it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm serious. I play no games like this, but I'm showing you guys how to do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay. But yeah, court records are public information. I'm suing a raggedy bitch right now. She owes me money. I have a case number. You can look that up too. You know what I'm saying? You can look it up, who it is, what's going on, all the things. Yes, the judge, Sunshine. Yeah, that's how I know I'm out here in California. The judge's name is Sunshine. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to the letter so we could get to Kevin's joint real quick. Okay. Now, any questions you have, just leave them in the comments. Be sure to like, share. I see people coming in, coming out, whatever. If you want me to answer any particular question credit-wise, let me know. I'd rather you guys ask and get the right answer than get the wrong answer. Okay. Click the link, join Next Level Credit Academy if you're trying to learn how to do this the right way. So when you look at a credit report, the first thing you usually see after your credit score is your personal information. So I write my dispute letters as if I'm responding to everything on the credit report. So usually the first part is the credit score. I'm not going to address that. Personal information. Then I'm going to address the issues, and these are the issues. And then after that, it's usually like inquiries and stuff like that. Okay. All right, cool. So you want to dispute your name and stuff like that. That's real easy. What I like to do is I like to take snippets. These are snippets. So I take like your credit report, your TransUnion. I was using Smart Credit at the time. So this is TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and I'm pointing out. I like to say, my student just reminded me today. He said, "Don't forget, you were telling us to make your credit report bloody." This is what I mean. When you know how you go to high school and they're grading your paper and they got all these marks on it. This is how you want your credit report to look, your credit dispute letters to look. You want it bleeding and bloody. Okay. So it forces them. There's a method behind my madness. It forces them to look at your credit report and not put it through eOscar system and say, "Oh, this is verified." You see this? This looks like chaos. If your credit dispute letters don't look like chaos and like you're not trying to hold these people accountable and pointing out every single thing that's wrong, every sort of single violation, they're going to verify it. They're going to verify it. I've been doing credit repair for what, 6, 7, 8 years now. I lost count. I just started suing these people, but before I was suing, I was getting deletions because look at how my credit report, my dispute letters. You're not going to ignore me. You're not going to ignore me. Look at this. This is how I speak to the CRAs. This is wrong, this is wrong, that's wrong, this is wrong, my name's wrong, my address is wrong, this is wrong. Fix it. You got 30 days or we got a problem. Period. Now, the second portion, this is where it becomes important to a certain degree. You want to make sure, like I said earlier, when you're doing dispute letters, you got to make it make sense. It can't just be sounding stupid like, yeah, I'm doing the UCC Article 9 to get these inquiries off. That's not what the UCC Article 9 is for. Oh, I'm doing code 611, 609 because these charge off the. That's not what that's for. You sound stupid. And now that you sound stupid, it's going to come back verified. And then you're big mad. Like, I listened to so-and-so and then get the shit removed. So you don't really need to do this. This is why I don't do dispute letters. Again, my disclaimer, this is for y'all that need this. I don't need this. But this is like taking sand to a beach. You're telling the CRAs about the law that they should be following to show them like I know the law, bitch. So you're saying in your letter, listen, these furnishers, because you're about to report everything, these furnishers continue reporting false information, inaccurate information on my credit report. Your company, meaning this is the company you're talking to. You're talking to Equifax, Experian, and all them, right? Your company continues to report inaccurate information on my credit report that violates my rights under the FCRA. Now you're talking. Okay? FCRA is with the original creditor, though. FDCPA is with the collections. Understand that. They got the same violations, but one goes into one category and one goes in another. So if you're writing this dispute letter, don't mix it up and have collections and charge-offs combined. No. Unless you're going to say this section is FCRA violations, this section is FDCPA violations. If it's not like that, bro, your shit is going to be verified. And you're not going to get anywhere. So in this case, in this letter, I'm saying under this section, under this code, and I'm telling you what the codes are, even though they already know what the codes are. Oh shit, I broke a nail. Popped a nail. It was a fake nail. So now we're going to go into the accounts. PennyMac. So what I like to do is you have to say the name of the account you're talking about. You have to say the account number. It's going to be a partial account number. Again, I don't dispute this way. I don't dispute this way. I don't encourage you to dispute this way, to be honest with you. Okay? But we're here now for those that need it. This is how you want your letters to be. This is the account. This is the account number. Because if you don't do that, then they're going to act like, I don't know what you're talking about. What account number? We ain't got nothing. Don't play in my face. This is the fucking account number. And you're going to tell them this is what's wrong with it, and you're going to list it. 1, this is wrong. 2, this is wrong. 3, this is wrong. You're just going to list all the violations. Then you're going to show them a picture of the violations. And you're going to what? You're going to make your credit dispute letter bloody. Put all the arrows. I don't care if you get a marker, a pen, a crayon. I don't care if you poke your finger and there's blood dripping. I don't give a fuck. Make it bloody. Because if you don't and you send a basic ass letter, they're going to run it through eOscar. Can you make sure you lock the door? Thank you. Because you left it open the last time. They're going to run it through eOscar, and then eOscar is going to verify on round 5, and this isn't removed. That's, you didn't make your letter bloody. It's not bleeding. Okay, this is before I knew better, but this should be under the FDCPA because it's a collection account, not a charge off. But again, you see how it's bloody. I'm pointing out all the inaccuracies. Now, what is to do with inquiries? You guys were like, well, how do I get the inquiries? That's still on my credit report, right? All right, here's a list of all the inquiries. I never approved this, but all this needs to go. Look at that. Look at that. All of them. All of them. Mm-hmm. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? You can even write that, fuck out of here, and they don't care because it, to them, it looks like you're a real person and not a company. Because why would a company or a professional write like that? I do. Public records. Then this is where you put child support orders or judgments of any sort, bankruptcies. I put that right here, and I say, you know, this isn't even supposed to be on your credit report. Say whatever you need to say, and then this is just a little something. This is my template. If you guys want a copy of this template, I think I have it in Next Level Credit Academy for free. Okay, but this is what worked for me. You know what I mean? I would throw in a little case law right here. Look it up. Englehart versus Gravens. Look it up. See what happened. Okay. Put your name. Put 2 copies of an ID. It has to be a picture ID and like a social, or it could be a government issue ID of any sort, or create a piece of mail with your name and physical address on there. Okay. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Okay. Any questions with that? All right. So now I'll wait to see if there's any questions. I am now going to take a look at. Oh, okay. So Kevin is going to give you a security code. Just text it to me, and you can text it to me live or not, because nobody has access to this but me. But I'll need the number. It's just a security thing. Let me get out of here. All right. Love it. And hold on. And it's case sensitive. So hopefully, let's cross our fingers. There you go. All right. So you should have gotten a text. And just put the code up in the comment section for me. And then you said it's Wells Fargo card service. Okay, cool. We're going to look at everybody. We're going to look at Kev's account that he's been disputing for quite some time, and it's not getting approved. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, because I don't want to say any wrong information. Okay, thank you. 77983. Okay, so we're looking at a credit report live. I love it. All right. So this is not mine. This is Kev's. Let's all thank Kev. I appreciate it for allowing us to look at your credit report live. Not your entire credit report. I'm not going to show the whole thing, you guys. That's why I'm no personal information is going to be shown, just for the record. Just taking a look at it, and this is for training purposes only, just so we are all on the same page. I'm intentionally not sharing the screen because I don't want it to show any of his personal information. I want to go straight to the source. Oh, you only got one thing on there. Good. That's excellent, Kev. All right, let me take a look. And a lot of times, you guys, listen, a lot of times when you guys come to me and you're like, oh my God, my credit is horrible, it's never as bad as you think it is. And if you do think it is bad, please understand it's not hard to get it off. That's how I'm able to teach it. Like I could teach this to like a high schooler, an elementary school kid. It's not hard. Okay, you guys. So this is Big Kev's one and only negative account. What you talking about, Kev? What you talking about? This is my first round and came back as verified when Equifax and Experian updated correctly, and I'm getting denied just for that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So Wells Fargo, I have to see if they have an arbitration agreement because you might be able to sue them in arbitration. Okay, so Wells Fargo, What are they trying to say? I look at things really quickly. This is a charge-off account. So first things first, boo-boo. Major problem, they never stated that it was disputed. Okay? But again, I told you have to dispute the completeness and accuracy. But go ahead and I would do this online, and since it's only one account, then you'll probably get an answer pretty quickly. Okay. And if it disputed with the other two credit reporting agencies, there's a strong possibility that it will just be deleted as well. But yeah, let's keep looking. But that's all you really need to do. You need to resubmit your dispute online, but say I'm disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history. Let me put that in the comments. Because if you are not disputing the completeness and accuracy, I can't only say this but a million trillion times, it's not a real dispute. Okay, it's not a real dispute. I am disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history. If you do not have that, it's not a real dispute. And it could potentially come back if it's deleted. All right, so the date opened, it was January 7, 2022. Let's confirm that. We can't prove that but usually this isn't strong enough to fight because that makes sense. It takes 30 days to post a full payment, so we're going to give them a pass for that. The date updated was February 20th, 26. All right, then. This is only in question if, let's say, this was outdated. Like, let's say you disputed this last month and it said it was updated 3 months prior to that, then I would fight it. But this isn't worth it. The last payment made, that's pretty huge. February 8th, 2026. Let's see when the last payment was made. What? Hold up. Am I blind? The last payment made was February 8th, 2026. What, right? February 8th. This doesn't make sense. It was charged off. Boy, if you don't get this delete, if you don't sue them people, I would sue them. I would sue them personally, because this doesn't even make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. They're saying the last payment made was February 2026, and they didn't even report 2026. You see that? They reported January. So that's a major, huge violation. Okay, they got the high balance, credit limit, past due. Yeah, this is all sort of fucked up. The date closed October 24th, 2022. Let's see when the date was closed. That's when it's officially a charge off. February 23rd, 2023. And they have the close date. Yeah, this is wrong. They're off by a year, buddy. So yeah, this is really fucked up. And the fact that they didn't report this as disputed, but again, like if you were to sue them, then they could say, well, you never did a proper dispute. They could say that because you didn't dispute the completeness and the accuracy. You feel me? What you laughing at? It won't let me dispute again until says who, Kevin? Says who? The man? Kev. We're anti the system up in this bitch. Okay? We're anti the system. What do you mean it won't let me? I'll dispute your shit right here because you said I'll sue. You should. Let's see if Wells Fargo has an arbitration clause. Okay, so this is what I do. I teach this, you guys, on Next Level Credit Academy. The link is in the description. It's free to join. But if you want to know the full details, then all you got to do is sign up for the class. You have to elevate to VIP to join the course. All right. So all you got to do, we go to the AAA, American Arbitration Association. We're going to see if Wells Fargo has These are all the companies I looked up. See if they have arbitration agreement. I don't remember off the top of the dome. You got a case, Big Kev. Do I have sound effects in this bitch? Let me see. Let me fucking see if I have sound effects for Kev. I thought I did. Hold on. Yes. Yes. You can sue them niggas. All right, Kev. Talk less. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is sue them. What I would do though, since I'm on a different screen, no, I'm not even gonna do that to you. I'm gonna make you do it. You do it yourself. But I would go into the dispute section, which is all the way at the top. I don't want to show it because it has your personal information. Go all the way to the top, dispute, follow the directions. You gotta upgrade the VIP and dispute and get a check for this. They get a check. But put the actual dispute in, do the real dispute. If it goes away, bet, right? If it's still on there as verified, start those steps. Okay, start them steps. All right, Big Kev. Yes, that's a win. I don't know if you recognize that as a win. I do, because I just like suing these people. Yeah, I like suing these people. I like getting the checks. You need to check too. I mean, how much? Oh, the dispute letter is in there already. Dispute letter. Why are you? I just told you not to do a dispute with. If you want me to do, if you want to hire me to do it, that's one thing. If it's only the one thing, I'll charge you half price. We'll talk about that later. But I'll sue them and get a check for you and all that shit. Hell yeah, hell to the get there. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. So now I'm gonna show you how to get to Next Level Credit Academy. Technology is amazing. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, I know a lot of you guys have joined. I got a wave of people joining today, and it means so much to me. I appreciate you guys so much. But here's the thing: it's free to join, but this is what it looks like. Go ahead, join, but I have classes. So I'm gonna discuss the classes with you guys real quick. Yeah, I'll definitely help you. I got some inquiries I love to get rid of. I don't know how. No, I just told you, Kevin. Were you not listening? I just showed you how to do the inquiries. That's nothing. You can actually have a free ebook. Because ebooks should be free at this point in 2026. I got a 24-hour ebook removal joint. Just call them niggas and say fuck off and they remove it. Pretty simple. Okay, pretty simple, Kev. But yeah, this is Next Level Credit Academy. This is for if you already know credit, if you already have a credit repair business. If you're struggling with credit, you want to do it yourself, all of the things, join my Next Level Credit Academy. The link is in the description. I can put it in the comments. Once again, whatever the case may be, whatever you feel comfortable with. All right. If you're already a member, please be sure to share this with other people. Okay. Because this is the right way to dispute. It's not about magic letters. It's not about people showing you Credit Karma results. They could Google the image and get the same fucking results with the same date. That's bullshit. What's happening is you guys are doing these hacks and you are getting these magical letters and then you're getting sued. You know what I mean? The niggas don't open the mail, so we're missing court days getting wage garnishments and shit. Okay, we can't do that anymore. This is how you get permanent deletions. This is how you get debt waivers. This is how you get settlement checks. Okay, the right way, either for your customers, for yourself, or for your family. Okay. Now, even if you want to start a business, go ahead and do it. This is the way. Just follow Next Level Credit Academy. Now you go here. These are my classrooms, people. I'm actually going to add an additional classroom. Now, if you look like a regular member, it's going to look like this. Okay. Unless you're a VIP member, you can't get in here. This is free. This is free. Okay. This is free. This is free. And I'm going to add another free course here strictly on how to use the letters, kind of what I showed y'all tonight. Now, if you are a VIP member, you will be able to access this. And here I show you step by step what is arbitration. It gives you videos, what to do step by step, how to sue them people, how to handle things in federal court, letter templates. You know, I stay with the letters, y'all. I stay with the letters. But you have to elevate to you gotta elevate to VIP status, y'all. It's just not gonna fucking work. You can't access shit without getting there. Okay. It's wild that I have 120 members because I promise you, this morning I had about how many members did I have this morning? Was it 70? 80? I don't know. It was wild crazy. Okay. So be sure to click and join. Now, this is kind of like Facebook. I'm sharing shit with y'all. We're communicating with each other. I'm updating you guys. I'm giving you proof and facts and all of that. These are checks that I've been getting for people. You can hear me talk to attorneys. I'm teaching y'all how to do it, but everything is here. Okay. Next Level Credit Academy, you guys. All right. So thank you for joining. Hopefully, I answered all of Kevin's questions. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, DJ Jones. Yeah. It's an open floor. If y'all got questions, let me know. What you talking about? I got inquiries I love to get rid of. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. How does your TransUnion look like that how does your TransUnion look like that with terms and can see the history? I don't know what you mean by that, Big Kev. What you mean? Thank you, DJ Jones. Be sure to like and share and follow and all the things. Okay. Join Next Level Credit Academy. Elevate, you guys. You guys got to elevate to the VIP in order to properly know how to dispute and sue people. That's what I do every day. But can you give me clarification on that, Big Kev? Yours looks set up. Hold on, my blind. Yours looks set up a little different where you can see the more, if you know what I mean. I probably have more crap on mine than you did. That's it. So you have one negative item. Let me see if yours is still up. Yeah. You have one negative item on your credit report and they didn't report it as disputed. Okay. So it's not a lot of information for them to put on your credit report because they didn't do shit. So let me share it again. So on your credit report for this account, and I'll show you another account if that helps, where there's more activity. There's just not a lot of activity. Okay, this is very basic. Everything on the side here is standard. I have more crap going on is the only thing I can say. Now, these are your satisfactory accounts. This is really nothing wrong with yours with these accounts, but see how basic they are. It's just not a lot to report. See, maybe this might look a little different because they have a little bit more information, but it's just showing the positive payment history and account information. And then you have your inquiries. So your inquiries that you were talking about, these are not a lot of inquiries, Kev. Calm down, Kev. These are the hard-hitting inquiries, Kev. It's not a lot. Calm down. Kevin, I just showed you a whole book of inquiries. I've seen a lot of credit reports, y'all. It's never as bad as you think. And I've been doing this for what, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 6, 7. I've been doing this for 6, 7, 8 years. And I can name on one hand how many horrible credit reports I've seen. And I don't even need all my fingers, like 4 or 3 times or whatever. This one lady had over 100 inquiries, yo. Fucking 100. So you're talking about, oh, I got a lot. You don't have a lot. This ain't it, Kev. Promotional inquiries, these don't hurt your credit score. They shouldn't. These should be soft pulls. It tells you right here. Companies listed below received your name and address. Yeah, they did not receive your full credit report. These inquiries are not seen by anyone. These are soft, but you can still get these off. And another thing, if we're talking about suing and shit, if you're seeing stuff that you didn't give approval for, niggas just checking your credit on the low, yeah, you can sue them just for doing that. That's an invasion of privacy. Didn't think of that, did you? Mm-hmm. You remember you were showing where it explains all the terms in mind. Oh no, that's everyone's. I can show you right now. That's everyone. It's a code. Everybody has a code. It's a payment remarks key. Everybody, you're talking about this because it doesn't apply to this, right? So if it doesn't apply to you, then you don't need to see the code, if that makes sense. So let's go to the Wells Fargo. There's no dispute, so it's missing dispute code. If you're talking about this, I don't know why this is a little bit more. Maybe because it's in charge off status. Yeah. Yeah, my credit my that particular account was just messier. That's all. Kevin, you don't want them to have a bunch of shit. Is that the dispute tab? No, the dispute tab is go elevate to the VIP section in Next Level Credit Academy, Kev. All right. What else you got? What else you talking about? I've got more on Experian and TransUnion. Yes. Yes. So the thing is, a lot of you guys, let me big myself up a little bit more. A lot of you guys don't realize it that these credit reporting agencies are actually companies. TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, Innovis, LexisNexis, Check Systems. There's over, I just learned through my mentor, she just told me there's over 300-400 credit reporting agencies, and they are all their own company. So when a creditor, let's say Wells Fargo, is reporting on your credit report, they don't have to report to any of them. They don't have to report to all three. They don't have to report to two. They don't have to, they can just report to one. So and that's why some people have a lopsided credit score. A lopsided credit score is you might have a 650 on TransUnion, but Experian and Equifax, you might have a 400, 500. That's considered a lopsided credit score. And usually that happens because you have more negatives on one credit report or two out of the three credit reports. It's just not even across the board. And they all do their own scoring. So that's another reason why they're like, how come this is off by 20 points? They're their own entity. They're their own company. So if you do have more negatives on your credit report, that's why. That's why. Let me know how much you'll charge me. Okay, again, we'll talk about that privately. Yeah, when it comes to suing, I sue. So you just charge me I just charge you a one-time fee. And then once I sue and all that, and you get your checks, then I get a success fee out of that. But yeah. And sometimes you guys, you can sue and you get a settlement. They got the debt waiver and all that, but you can actually sue them people, get your debt waived, get a check, and then reapply with them people. Like that's why I'm suing Navy Federal. Like I owe them a lot of money. I owe them a lot. I have a lot of debt. You just saw it with Navy Federal, right? So what I don't know. Kev. Calm down, right? No, I'm joking. I don't know, Kev. It's part of the negotiation. But with that particular debt, you gotta first properly you gotta let me dispute it first, properly, the correct way. Once we dispute it the correct way, and then they verify it. If they verify it, then we're suing. Then we're starting the process of suing. Okay. So let's say fast forward, worst case scenario. What is this? Let's look at that again. This is for 17,000. I would probably make a demand about 6,500-ish, 7,000, and then let them negotiate. We can negotiate down from there. Because like let's say you did dispute it. There's so many major violations. Like these aren't small violations, Kev. These are huge violations. Like these are major violations. So like if you decided to get an attorney and sue, that's 1,000 to 4,000 per violation. Technically, every month they keep putting that on your credit report. So when you're suing, talking about, yeah, I want this is a violation of my rights under the FCRA, they know what you're talking about. And then you send them a warning shot, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna send you a claim notice. That's a warning shot. You know what I'm saying? You bop, 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 get off my property. You know what I'm saying? A warning shot. hey, I'm about to sue you, but we don't have to go through all this. I want 7 thou. If you don't give me 7 thou, I'll see you in court. And then they be like, oh no, they either say no, let's settle it out, or fuck it, see you in court. And then y'all don't really go to court like that because it's costing them too much money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You gangster for telling them they can take my car. Yeah, what you mean when they repossess my car? Yeah, I did a podcast about that. Take that shit. I don't care. I live right here. I work from home. I don't go anywhere for real. I was just enjoying the sights of California that one time and my car broke down. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? 2 days later, got another car. You know what I mean? Before that repo hit on my credit report and dropped my credit score like fucking 80 points, but I removed it the next month because I removed repos that fast. Like, don't play with me. I love repos. If I could just sit here and have a business where I'm removing repos off of people's credit and that's all they pay me once and I'm suing, and I would love that. I love getting repos off. It's like a slap in their face. And then going back and say, hey, can I get another loan so we can do this all over again? Mm-hmm. Callie, yeah, you got it. I'm in Florida. Uh-huh. Yeah, no. I'm a Philly girl. I'm not really feeling Cali like that. It's too phony. I miss the East Coast. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm tired, Kev. I'm gonna leave you a little message. Let me know when you get ready to start. We'll talk money and all that. But yeah, I will hop to it sooner than later. But the good thing is your credit is not horrible. It's actually pretty good. Okay. Your credit is never as bad as you think it is. So good job on whatever you're doing. What I would say is be careful just eyeballing your credit report, like looking at the good shit. Be careful with these companies. Okay. The kickoffs, I'm doing them. The Credit One Bank. God damn it. Not Credit One. Oh yeah, Credit Ones and these companies are not good quality companies. These are subprime companies. And if it's a secure card, yeah, you got secure cards. Secure cards are not good for your credit score, and it's not good for your credit report. You want unsecured credit. Okay. So this looks like an unsecured credit. So I don't know what your actual credit score kickoffs. These are not Open Sky. These are subpar lenders. Okay. So if you're trying to get big money, big lines of credit, business credit, shit like that, they don't like seeing things like that. Okay. This is probably what, a car right here. Santander is trash. So whenever they're trash. Fuck Santander. But yeah, just a little tidbit. Okay. Hopefully that nugget of knowledge helps you. What are you talking about? I don't know. Something Star denied me from upgrading. I've had it for 7 months because of that Wells Fargo account. I don't know what ViStar is. I guess it's something I just showed. Let me see. ViStar. ViStar? Or are you saying, I don't know what the fuck ViStar is. Let me take a look. ViStar. What the fuck is ViStar? Did you mean to say something else, Kev? You probably meant, oh, Vs. Oh, ViStar is right here. Okay, ViStar. Yeah, this is trash. Like you keep opening new accounts and it hurts your credit score. And you're opening not only new accounts but secure accounts. Secured accounts is you telling the world, hey, I'm not responsible for anybody else's money. And I'm not responsible for my own money. So the bank needs to babysit me, and I need to give my parents money to hold in a piggy bank for me as they watch how I spend it as I get candy money here and there. That's what a secure credit card is telling the world. And you're grown. Yeah, let's not do that. Fuck them. Get unsecured. Get unsecured credit cards. And that Wells Fargo is not what's holding you back, bro. Okay. You see why I'm trying to get it. Yeah. It's a bank. Yeah. It's trash. because now we got to talk about, maybe I'll talk about that in another video. Now we got to talk about the quality of credit. Let me write that down because that's a good topic to talk about in my podcast. Quality of credit that you're getting. Okay. What quality? Let me write quality. Thank you for giving me another topic, Kev, of credit. What's in your wallet? I'm tired. I should have been on. I'm fucking tired and hot in this wig. I just pulled this wig off the back of the couch and I was like, let me get on live, put it on my head. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, you got to get out of, you're grown. You're a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Your nuts should be hanging right now, and having a secure credit card is not having hanging nuts right now. Okay. You're still tight and close to your skin, and that's not good. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate, thank you so much. It means a lot. I do these random lives sometimes. I do them. I am tired. I'm tired. But no, I'm gonna hit you up when I get off of here. Okay, hopefully this was helpful. Again, you guys that have been coming in and out, in and out, in and out, like, share, comment. Be sure to join Next Level Credit Academy. I wish you guys all the best of luck on your credit repair journey. See, why y'all keep coming in when I'm leaving? Anyway, I wish you guys the best on your credit journey. I will talk to y'all later. Again, don't forget, join Next Level Credit Academy. The link is in the description. Talk to y'all later.